Hey everybody, it's Scythe224 again. Just wanted to come and bring you guys a small review of some cases I just purchased for my new iPhone 6. This isn't going to be a very extensive review, but it's just going to be a review because I posted this on a forum of mine and some people were really interested in it. So I wanted to go ahead and show everybody what it looks like, how it feels, and well, actually, basically what it looks like and exactly the quality of it. So I have two cases here. They're both from the same manufacturer. Okay, so they're both for the iPhone 6. This is the DIZTRONIC matte case, just standard matte case. It comes for the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. It comes in a matte blue, a matte white, and a matte gray. Then it comes with a glossy mint green and a glossy pink, I believe. This is the DIZTRONIC Voyeur case. Now, I'll go ahead and explain to you the difference between these two here in a minute. But I got these both on Amazon. This one was about $12.95, and this one came for about $9.95. So I gave about $22 between the two of them. But here they are. They're very, very, I guess, budget-friendly cases. But for the amount of money you're paying and the quality you're going to be getting here, it's actually pretty amazing. So we'll go ahead and start off with this one really quickly here. Push that off to the side. Alright, so the Voyeur case is basically the same phone or same case as the matte case. The only differences are, well, of course, there's a window in the back, which some people like that, some people don't. I was going to like it until when I got it. This is made of plastic, which of course that would probably be the case. But this is made of plastic and it was already scratched up. So, or kind of hairline scratches everywhere, and it kind of bugged me a little bit seeing that it was new. Now there was a piece of protective film over it before I took it out of the case. So I took it out, or out of the packaging. So I took it out of the packaging, took the protective film off of it before I put my phone in, and there was hairline scratches everywhere. So that was one thing. That's why I'm not using this currently. Now that's the one big difference. The other big difference is if you look at here. Let's see if I can get a good. Yeah, there we go. If you look at there, you have these little rubber feet or raises on the actual thing, on the actual case itself. So if you lay it down, this part right here. If you push down right there, it makes this little, you can tell there's a space between the actual solid area that you're at and as well as the case itself. So that just helps it for preventing from actually scratching. Doesn't really do that great of a job because I think it's just it's kind of to help protect. There's that. Also, if you notice on the edges, there's little raises. Okay, so that's just basically similar to like the Spigen Tough Armor cases where they have that the air bumper technology or the air technology. You look in there, see if I can get it close up in there. Yeah, you look in the corner over there. You can see there's kind of like a little divot. That's just basically meaning you see this, most phones land on their actual sides or their corners. This will help it from, the screen from breaking or anything like that. There's actually a video on YouTube of a kid who did it with his phone, and actually it looked like it worked just fine. I haven't used this case enough to actually test it out, so that's something that you may want to try out. I may do a video on my phone to test it out, but I don't know if I will or not. But, and sorry about the background noise. But there's that. Basically, that's really the only difference. The other thing that I didn't like about this case was the bottom cutouts. They're separated, which I do appreciate, but as you can tell, like the headphone jack, it's kind of lopsided, square, or the cutout's kind of lopsided. And then everything else fit great, which I thought was awesome. But then you have the where the actual mold was cut off. They didn't really, I guess you sand it down or make it more smooth. So there's that little spot right there. It's kind of annoying. It looks kind of half-assed done if you want to put it that way. But that's really the only difference between these cases. Now, if we go to our just that one off to the side, go to the matte case. This one I do like a lot more. This one doesn't have the little rubber sides. You can tell they're basically just regular rounds. The back doesn't have the actual open for the logo either. So if you want the opening for your logo, I wouldn't recommend getting this case. Now, it has a really nice opening for your camera. It actually makes sure that the camera doesn't touch anymore, which people complain about it because it rocks, which I completely agree. But then again, you're not going to really be going like this the whole time to see if it rocks every single time you want to use your phone. Usually most people pick it up to actually start using it. But then again, it helps stop that. It basically fits great. It has a little DIZTRONIC logo on the side, similar to this one. It's right there on the side. Doesn't have the little bumpers, but again, this has really good drop protection. The one thing I didn't mention about the other case, it's between these two cases, it actually has a really nice raise. So you can see right there, it's really nice. And it actually keeps a slim form factor right there. So I mean, it gives a little bit of more thickness, but nothing too major, so you won't notice it as much. This one does give it a lot of thickness, just because the beveled edges around the actual of the case, the beveled edges of the case itself are actually thicker. So the thing is, this is a little more for impact protection, a little more sturdier for that. But this doesn't have, basically the real differences of that was just the bumpers on the side or on the corners, and then if you look on the bottom, the opening, if you notice on the other one, it was separated. They're all separated again, but the opening for the mic and the headphone jack is just one piece. Now they still have that little mold thing there that they didn't really sand down, but it's not as, I guess, rough as the other one was, which is really nice. But yeah, there they are. It feels great. There's no, as you can see here, I'm going to push that off to the side. Unless you give it a little bit of force to actually pull it out, it's not going to really flop on the sides here. Same thing with the bottom. It's going to flop at the bottom a little more because there's less actual material at that portion right there. Because again, it's basically right between all those cutouts, so it's going to flop just a little bit, but it's not going to do it like if you're actually just using the phone. Like, so if you look at this, it's not bowing down or anything like that. It's actually straight across. It doesn't affect anything in regards to the actual phone itself for the Touch ID. It doesn't really mess up any of the screen protector because it goes right around it, but it misses it just perfectly if you have a zag screen protector or tempered glass. The one thing my tempered glass is a little messed up because I think I moved it off just a little too far to the left side or your right side, and so the adhesive didn't really stick too well right there. But the tactileness of the actual buttons are very easy. It actually feels better I feel like this is better feeling than when you actually just have the phone out of the case. Same thing goes with this one as well. The opening for the vibrator switch is perfect. But yeah, there's the review, guys. It's nothing major about the review. It's just something I wanted to bring to everybody to show them. This is what the new DIZTRONIC case for $9.95. I think this is probably one of the best deals you can get. I mean, it's not going to compare to like OtterBox or UAG or any of those other brands. Once Magpul comes out with their case, I'm going to definitely get that case because I love their cases as well. But this has a very similar feeling to it. The only thing different is it have that texture that Magpul has, that their PMags. They don't have that texture. This is really smooth, but it actually helps with the grip because the beveled edges actually help when you're grabbing the phone, so you feel like you have a better grip on the actual phone itself. But there's a review of my two DIZTRONIC cases. So if you guys have any questions or any comments, go ahead and post them below. If not, you guys have a good one. Peace.